going off the board and going off the board in a big way. Everyone wanted to see the big dumper in this series.
I did.
And that karma is still out there, so I'm going with the mini dumper. I think that Kirk is going to be the MVP of this World Series.
That's another bold prediction.
The mini dumper, who's famous in his homeland. He needs to be famous internationally in the U.S. and Japan. It's going to happen.
By Bobby Valentine. What a call by Bobby V. Alejandro Kirk goes 3 for 3 in this game with a 2-run homer that made it 11-2. His first career postseason game with 3 hits. Kirk has an incredible scouting story. They weren't supposed to find him. They did. He's this short, stocky catcher. He does all the little things correctly, which is what managers love, which is what scouts love, which is what bettors love when they see odds like plus 3,000. Bobby V picked him to win World Series MVP. Now he has the 3rd shortest odds at plus 1,600. But Bobby, I want to focus. Number one, good on you to pick Kirk as a World Series MVP. But what he did in this game, he worked a 9-pitch walk to load the bases in the 1st. He had an 8-pitch at bat in the 4th. A long single. Normally it would be a double for others, but doesn't matter. He gets on base and it allows the home run from Dalton Varsho to tie the game at 2. You want to talk about a guy who is getting it done and doing the little things correctly. It is Alejandro Kirk.
Yeah, and the guys before the game talked about Snell's swing and misses pitches, the pitches he gets strikes on. Those pitches were fouled off in those 2 at-bats. He was battling, competing, and winning the competition every time he stepped in the box tonight. I love that little guy.
How smart of him to pick Kirk as World Series MVP.
How many years have you been in and around the game now? I mean, you've seen this movie a time or two.
I've seen it, and it's usually don't let his body fool you.
Yeah. I mean,
I had a guy, Benny Agbayani,
Yes.
who won that only World Series game with a double. Don't let his body fool you. That's all I've got to say.
He was an all-star.
Right,
It's a good player. He's always been hit first, and then the defense has caught up, and he's been a really good player. You love to see guys like that. They're not the superstars. They're not the George Springers and the Vladdy Juniors and the guys you expect. They have lots of these guys on this team, and that's why they're good, because they're 1 through 9 guys that can hit.
And we talk about the bottom of the order, too. It starts with Kirk, really. But at the same time, like, this is their identity. This is the Blue Jays' identity. They work pitchers. They foul tough pitches off. They are not going to give in at all, ever, no matter who's on the mound. You got Blake Snell, their guy on the mound. We don't care. We're fouling off his 97 top of the zone. We're fouling off that changeup. We're making him work. We knew coming in, the game plan is we need to get him out of the game and get to that bullpen. That's exactly what they did, and you see what happened.
These hitters just put ego aside, right? It's so easy to go up there and you want to be the hero and you want to hit a homer. You want to get that big. They just grind away and just foul off. How many fastballs at 96, 97 was he just fouling off?
Most.
On the right
and you
side.
can tell it was pissing off.
And what did you say?
Snell.
It's coming. He's going to hit one off the wall. 2 pitches later, pow, off the wall.
I just love that Kirk is working the count, right? Like, that's what a catcher does. Like, you like to see a grinded out at bat, and then you like a positive, certainly a result. And he got a couple of them there, giving his chance to extend the inning, and he does. And we look ahead now to Game 2 here. It's going to be Yoshinobu against Kevin Gausman. That's the Game 2 pitching matchup. And look, Lewis, if you're Dave Roberts, hey, just go do what you did in the last game. Go throw a complete game, and we're good, and we're tied at 1.
Yeah. Please, can you go throw a complete game, please, and shut down this lineup? But, yeah, easier said than done, right? But Yoshinobu Yamamoto has been, arguably their best pitcher behind Blake Snell in this postseason. But, I mean, you go into tomorrow, you see that this team is going to fight you. This team is not going to give in. You know you got elite stuff, and the Blue Jays obviously know he has elite stuff, but he's just got to pitch to his strength. Again, making sure you're establishing your fastball, making sure you're establishing early in the count, make sure you're starting with strike 1 against these guys. They're going to battle you, like we said, continuously. They're going to make you work and make you throw your splitter for strikes, make you throw your slider for strikes, and really all your off-speed for a strike. So making sure that he goes out there and he establishes that fastball. I think again, you got to establish that fastball in for a strike. he should be okay tomorrow. But, this Blue Jay offense right now.
If you like fastballs and splitters, this is the game for you.
Yeah.
Right? And you said he's got to pitch in. And Gausman does a good job of that. Savage, that's something he's got. He was good today.
Yeah. He held his own.
there.
We haven't talked about it yet, but he does, yeah.
But Gausman does a really good job of righties and lefties rushing guys in to get to that split. Yamamoto, one of the best splits, if not the best split in the game. It's going to be a fun one.
Do you have concern because we saw Blake Snell come off a lengthy delay, a lengthy rest, right? Yamamoto's in the same situation. He last pitched on October 14th. It's October 25th on Saturday. That's the date that we have here. I mean, that's a long time, right? Do you have concern there that the fastball command for him will not be there?
Well, I've heard a lot of talk about it not meaning anything.
Yeah.
What I saw tonight, I saw the Toronto Blue Jays come out and show us who they are, and that's who they've been the entire time. That's their rhythm of playing the game. The Dodgers were totally out of rhythm, and I thought Snell was out of rhythm. I thought the bullpen guys came out of the pen without that rhythm, and their hitters, who usually put people away, especially a young pitcher out on the mound. The Dodgers with the bases loaded, 2 men on, and getting 2 runs in 4 innings. He should get the game ball. Savage, as far as I'm concerned, holding him at 2. But tomorrow, I think he's the best in the game that's
Yamamoto.
pitching, other than maybe a guy in Detroit. And I think that, and maybe a guy in Pittsburgh. But his stuff is spectacular.
And they're going to need it to be spectacular.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to need it because, look, this is the obvious statement. You don't want to go down 0-2, and you're going home. I get it if you're the Dodgers, but you don't want to go down 0-2 ever in a series, especially knowing what a bottom of the order can do to you in the Toronto Blue Jays.
Absolutely. You don't want to go down 0-2 at the Rogers Center and going back home. Yeah, you're playing in front of your home crowd, but and you've seen what this Blue Jay offense, especially the bottom order of this Blue Jay offense, can do. So if you're the Dodgers, man, you need to win tomorrow. Tomorrow's your game 7. You gotta win tomorrow. You gotta have Yamamoto go out there and give you some quality innings and give you some length. And your lineup's got to wake up. This lineup hasn't really woken up yet, like I said before in the pregame.
Yeah, even the rest of the postseason. I mean, they never really just exploded with the offense that you expect to see from that lineup. And I mean, Gausman's their guy. That's their ace. That's their number 1, so it's not going to get any easier.
And you don't want to be complacent if you're the Blue Jays and go, okay, we got 1. You want to go.
They're not.
You want to go
be.
stomp
on the gas.
Right, exactly.
They are not going
foot
to
on the gas.
I do not expect this team to do that.
You said it. You have 1 left at home, and then you got to go to Dodger Stadium, where it's a really tough place to play, and now you have to factor in travel. And time change and all that. It's going to go for both teams, but still, that matters too.
Does anybody want to change their World Series pick? You said Blue Jays in 5. That still looks pretty good. Will, you said Dodgers in 5. Lewis, you said Dodgers in 7. He's the only one that picked the Blue Jays.
I'll change. I'll go. I still want to go Dodgers, but I'll go 6. I did not think they would steal game 1.
Okay.
I thought maybe they would win one of the next 2. I did not think they would win tonight.
Look out for the Dodgers. They disappointed with not winning over 100 games, and look at what they did in the playoffs. They disappointed losing this first game of the World Series. Look out for what they can do going forward.
I just want to quick before we move on. I want to give some love to Trey Savage, man.
Yeah.
It looked like the wheels were gonna fall off. And in the beginning innings, he didn't have that splitter.
He didn't have his best pitch.
Yeah, he didn't have his best pitch. All he had was really that fastball slider or backup slider, however you want to call it. But he held his own. He found it, and he started to kind of get a rhythm there, and he held this Dodger lineup. Because we were saying at the beginning, like, uh-oh, this Dodger lineup is ready. Yeah, exactly. We were saying this Dodger lineup is going to get to this guy. He only has 2 pitches. But credit to Trey Savage and credit to John Snyder for believing in his young man to stay in there and keep this lineup at bay.
Ohtani, bases loaded, gets him to roll over to first. That was a huge one.
Huge out.
Huge one.
John, what can you say about your ball club if nobody's ever watched him? Well, all we do is win when Trey Savage pitches. We're 6-1 in Trey Savage's 7 career starts. That's all we do. All we do is win. That's all we do. When Trey Savage is on the mound, we win. That's what they did. They won in Game 1 to take a 1-0 series lead. Game 2, Saturday night, 8 Eastern, back in Toronto. I'll mention teams to win Game 1 of the World Series have gone on to win 6 of the last 7 World Series. Perhaps that trend will continue. The Dodgers will have something to say, and we'll have plenty to say. We'll have full pregame and postgame coverage right here on CBS Sports HQ.